Hey, everybody, how's it going? Hey, where's the comment box? Oh, there it is. Could you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys could hear me. Yeah, awesome. Just gonna give it a few more minutes. We'll get started. It's Friday night. This is what we do on a Friday night. We scale campaigns, aka party. Cash money, baby, yeah. Is Samuel here? Just checking. Coach Johnny, Raphael, they're having meetings with clients. They're having meetings with clients at the mansion, so they're not going to make it. I even asked them right now, last second, if they're going to make it. They're not going to make it, but it's fine. Just give it a couple of more minutes. More people are joining, and we'll get started. All right, guys, let's just get started. Other people that are joining. Am I recording this? I am recording it. Okay. So welcome to Facebook Bootcamp. This is the scaling module that we're going to go through. There's never been a scaling module in the training before, simply because scaling is kind of it's very reliant on your campaigns, and it's very reliant on numbers, basically. But there's a simplified way to do things, a way that applies to everybody, no matter what skill level you're at. There's a foolproof way of approaching scaling properly and effectively. So that's what we're going to discuss today. We can't go through every single aspect there is to scaling, but I can with videos to supplement what we're going to be talking about today. But today I'm going to outline the basic way. That's a general way, not a basic way. It's not a basic way. It's a general way of how everybody could benefit from this when you're going to start scaling. A general outline for people to follow, so they know when to scale, what to scale, and how to scale. Where can we watch the replay for Facebook Bootcamp webinars? They're up on the training. The webinars are up, but they're not available yet. Anybody who wants access to the Facebook Bootcamp stuff, message Steffi. Message Steffi for that. I'm just going to turn this off. I don't know if you guys see my screen as a little bit yellowish. Let's turn it off for an hour. There we go. Ooh. All right. Hold on, I'm just looking to see if Samuel's here. Okay. Is that better? Can you guys see? And I'm not Raphael, I'm using his account. Eris Sab. Okay, so let's get started. That's better? Okay, awesome. If you guys want it any bigger, let me know. Scaling. Okay, scaling is where the money's at. So today we're going to be covering a lot of things are going to be made much clearer. A lot of things are going to make sense. You're going to understand how and why and when people start paying, spending $2, $3, $5, $10, $15,000 a day on campaigns. Everything is going to make perfect sense after this. In addition, this account that you're seeing live right now is the account, a new shop, a new store that Johnny created called Inca Deals. It needs some work, but we've already actively started promoting it. It probably hasn't even been 24 hours since the campaigns have launched. So one thing I forgot to do, and it's completely irritating me, is fix the columns. My eyes adjusted to the way my columns are, and I cannot read these statistics for the life of me right now. And I have a long list of columns that I need to take a screenshot and fix. But anyway, there's nothing really to show here. It's a brand new account. It's not even optimized. It doesn't have any purchases. It's optimized for add to carts. That's why you could see some crazy add to carts, if you can even see them somewhere. Let me see some. Let me see over here. Let me just move the comment box. Yeah, I mean, there's not even a. God. Anyway, this comment box. Yeah, so it's spent around 126 in what, the past 24 hours. It might not even be 24 hours. Either way, I'm going to demonstrate here what you should be doing, how you should be scaling. The first thing we're going to be doing is we need to identify what we're going to be scaling first. And there's a foolproof way of doing that, really simple way of doing that. We're going to look at our winning ad sets. Usually, no, not usually, but all the time, your winners are going to be within your website conversions. Since it's optimized for website conversions, that's where it's going to be. You can get video views conversions, and you can also get conversions from post engagement, but these are used to fuel the ads. This one is where most of the time you're going to see, or all of the time you're going to see the money. I can't see anything. Are we supposed to be able to see it now? Yeah, I think everybody could see it. You should be able to see it. Refresh. Yeah, you should be able to see it. Let me turn it on and off. Let me know if that helps. Right, so we're gonna just hypothetically assume that there's stuff winning here because, like I said, this hasn't been running for long. The way we identify these is by simply within 48 hours, we should be looking for an ad set that's winning. We should be looking for a ad set that is in positive ROI. Okay, and not all cases, as you may know so far, you're not going to always have positive ROI after 48 hours or 72 hours. The product just might not be good and not make any money. So if your product, here's the criteria, if your product within 48 hours has a purchases, okay, at least 6, let's just say that, at least 6 purchases. I was contemplating 4 or 5. It's a little too early, but even 6 is a little too early. But if you have 6, I would say the minimum 6 to 7 purchases, on an ad set. And within 72 hours or so, 48 to 72 hours, you can try scaling that. Okay, so you don't have to wait until you get a product that's going to be selling like crazy. It's going to be selling like every minute. You just have to get a product that is proving to you with your $10 budget that it's making sales, it's in a positive ROI, and pretty much at that point you can test scaling on that product. This is a dummy-proof, foolproof way of just scaling and testing it out. Very recently, there was one specific product that I started scaling when it was at 4 sales. So it had nothing to prove to me. First 2 days, it made 0 sales. 0 sales. But I didn't pause it. And the reason why I didn't pause it, even though 48 hours later, and it spent about $50+ I didn't pause it, was because I checked the first day. So I was on the 3rd day right now. I checked the first day, the add to cart price and the add to cart prices were high. I checked the 2nd day, right, through filtering right here. I checked yesterday, the add to cart prices were high. I checked the day it was launched, the add to cart prices were even higher. So it means it was getting better. And today, the same day, prices were completely low. So it means Facebook was still optimizing the product. But the main reason, right? So the main reason that made my decision that I would not pause that campaign was the fact that I liked the product. So yeah, so that counts for something. If you know the product is good, it's a good product. It provides lots of value. It doesn't matter if you have competitors that have 10 million views. That doesn't mean it's a good product. If you believe in the product and you look at the product and you know that, yes, it's legit, it provides, it has value to offer, let it run for a couple of more days. That's exactly what I did because I loved the offer that I was promoting. And there was no proof whatsoever from any competitor that that product was selling. I just saw it on a competitor store, and as soon as I saw it, it caught my eyes, even though I can never use it. And right now it's working. Today I spent around $60, $70 on it, and it made around $500, $600. And so the revenue, so the profit is around $450, something like that. My total expenses were around $130, $150, somewhere like that. So believe in it. Tomorrow it's going to start scaling hard with the methods I'm going to show you today. If you believe in it, let it run more. And the statistics are showing you that the add to cart price is lowering down. Facebook, meaning if Facebook is optimizing your campaign still, let it run. Okay, let it run. If it's getting worse, get rid of it. So that's the first thing we're going to do. So let's just hypothetically assume that this kitchenware here is doing great. It has 6 sales, this ad set right now. We want to test scaling. We want to scale this and see if we can make more ROI. Now, you've heard many times, increase the budget. That doesn't mean you get into this ad set and you change the budget. You never, under any circumstances, touch any ad sets that have a positive ROI, ever. You never go to this ad set that's making 30+ ROI and you change this to $100. You will mess up the optimization Facebook has been working on for the past how many days you've had it running to optimize to make you sales for $10. You never touch it. You duplicate the account. Okay? That's what we're going to do right now. You duplicate an original. You can also duplicate it in a new campaign. So it's going to take this exact campaign as it is, and it's going to put it, this ad set, and it's going to put it in a new campaign. Organizational purposes. There's no other reason. You don't really have to do it, but if you want to separate this into a new campaign and name it, this product is a salad maker. It's called Salad Maker, I think. Kitchenware is the ad set name. Scaling ad set, or just scaling. Okay? You duplicate it. Let's do it in the same campaign. We're going to change the name of it, just like we wrote before, so we can identify it easier. It's add to cart here. Ignore this, please. Yours is going to be purchase. If you have purchases and your website conversion ad sets are purchase, it's going to stay as purchase. You're not going to touch it. This account and Pixel doesn't have any purchases yet. You're not going to touch a single thing. All you're going to do is you're going to increase the price of this one to 70 to $100. Okay, that's all you're going to do. And you're going to hit the bottom right to place the order, to review the draft items and confirm them, and that's it. You're not going to do anything else. And you're going to let this launch. So that's the first step of scaling. First step that you're going to do with that winning ad set. And you're going to do it for every ad set that you have that has a positive ROI and 4 to 6 sales, let's say. You can take this a step further after 2 or 3 days. Again, you're going to let everything run for 2-3 days. After 2 or 3 days, if you're seeing again that you are having a positive ROI, you can take this a step further. By duplicating this again, you're not going to touch it. You're going to duplicate it again, and you can start separating your ad sets for this one under age, getting more specific, like age and gender. Who's buying? 35, 44 females, 25, 34 males. Who's the majority? You find where the sales are at, and you create ad sets optimizing the scaling campaign, the scaling ad set. Okay, so you optimize it further after 2 or 3 days, assuming this is keeping a positive ROI. Our goal is to keep a positive ROI. So if this is winning as well, which logically it should, but 6 sales, like I said, is not a lot, so anything could happen. Especially at the end of the month, the last week of every month, it's when Facebook charges more, so you get less traffic as well because they try to meet their quota every month. So at the end of every month, the last week of every month, Facebook charges more to reach their quota. So if you're around the end of the month and you're scaling and you're seeing that numbers aren't really getting there, let it, maybe even pause it if you're tight on budget, resume it on the 1st of the next month. 1st of the next month, resume it and see the results for a couple of days. So yeah, you're going to break this down. If it's winning, you're going to break them down and start using ad sets. Again, you're not going to touch anything except for targeting the right ages and gender. And you're going to test those as well. So if these two were winning, but these ones are not making any money, these two made the conversions, we're going to create 2 ad sets exactly the same as this one, only change are these 2. And this optimization just keeps going and going and going. It could be never ending, but there's other stuff we need to work on that are going to help with our scaling a lot. So I know a lot of people, that's all you know, that's all you've heard of scaling. A lot of you think that there's just a few ad sets that are winning and they shove in like $5,000. No, there's just many elements to scaling, very many different elements to scaling, all of them with small budgets, but there's so many that it adds up really quickly, as you're going to see today, that we're going to get close to $1,500 in ad spend per day when I'm done. So this is 100. Let's just consider this one scaling thing 100, just one ad set with $100. Right, the next thing we're going to do, which is not really a scaling thing, you can be doing this from the very beginning, is retargeting. It's just a waste of time to do it at the beginning because the first phase of retargeting will take effect after 3 days, right? So we retarget people that visit our store, add to cart, and initiate checkout. 3 retargeting phases that we're going to be setting up right now. And each one of these will take place 3 days, 7 days, and 14 days later. Because let's face the facts. If they're not going to buy after 14 days, they're not going to buy at all. To create your retargeting campaigns, the first thing we're going to have to do is create the audience. Let me just remove this breakdown. We need to create a custom audience for us to identify first who are the people who are visiting this product, this page, then who are the people that are adding this product to the cart, and then who are the people that are initiating checkout for this product as well. So the way that we're going to do that is we are going to, here on the top left, we're going to click on it. We're going to go to audiences. Is everybody clear so far with that very first phase of scaling? Just let me know if I missed something out, if I'm moving too fast. I think it's pretty straightforward. If you guys have any questions about it, if you're losing me at some point, just let me know. Audiences. We're going to spend quite some time today here because this is where all the magic happens, and this is where we can get super, super aggressive with our targeting and with scaling. This is where all the magic happens, and our budgets are going to rise up to thousands of dollars per day. So the first thing we need to do, rule number 1 of creating an audience, we have to identify the audience that we want to use. So we click on create audience, custom audience, website traffic. We don't touch anything here. We make sure that the pixel is selected. We are going to select, firstly, people who visited a specific web page in the past 3 days. So, right, we're setting up retargeting here, 3 days. And the URL of the page that we want to identify the audience contains, we copy the link without the www, and we put it here, and we click enter. So it's saying here that include people in this custom audience that we're going to build that meet any of the following criteria. This pixel, people who have visited in the past 3 days this page. So it's this specific product. We're going to name it here Salad Maker retargeting, 3 days. Create audience. So what Facebook is going to do now is, you see it's populating. So it's looking for audience. It's not going to find anything because there hasn't been, 3 days haven't passed by yet. So it's not going to find anything here for us. But in 3 days, this is automatically going to populate and start finding people. That's why I said you could do this from the beginning, but it's just a waste of time. If your product is not going to sell from the beginning, then you're wasting time doing this whole procedure. So we're going to go ahead quickly. Website traffic again. We're going to make one more for 7 days because we want to retarget people after 7 days. I get a ton of questions about retargeting every single day, so I'm sure you're all going to be happy about this. We're going to call it Salad Maker, Salad Maker retargeting 7 days. So now this, we're going to click done. So now this one's going to collect only the people that within 7 days. So it's going to collect the people in 3 days and the people up to 7 days. This one is up to 3 days. We create one more custom audience, website traffic, people who visited this page in the past 14 days. The URL contains that. I clicked refresh like an idiot. Custom audience, website traffic, 14 days, calm down. It's fine. Salad Maker, retargeting, 14 days. Create audience. So what did we do? Step one of creating an audience. We identify the audience first that we want to use. Okay? We identified the now, these ones, what I should have done is rename them. Let me just move this box a little bit. What we should have done is rename them into 30 days view content or content views. Because these are content views, right? It's everybody that visited this page. Update. Okay. Where is it? Audiences. It didn't change. All right. So these are content views. Okay. These are content views. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a custom audience again, because we need to identify a different type of audience right now that we said, the audience that has added to cart. Same thing, 3. We're going to refine it by perimeter. Okay, this is the first product. We need to set where exactly, what product did they add to cart? So they went from this page to the add to cart. And we are going to salad maker, retargeting, 3 days, add to cart. Right, I'm not going to create all 9 of these. Is there anybody that didn't understand how I did the view content? Right, I just showed you how to do the add to cart. The third one, which is initiate checkout, will be at the bottom, initiate checkout. We're going to do 3, 14, 7 days for this one too, right? They're all 3, 7, and 14 days. And we use the URL of the product, the specific product that they either viewed, added to cart, or initiated checkout. Is everybody clear with this? Yeah, Cecilia, I will. Brandon, I'll check that later, man. I'll create just this one. All good. Okay, Rick. Nice to see you, man. Salad maker, retargeting. Steve, how's it going? Retargeting, 3 days, ATC. So there's going to be 3 content views that we already did. There's going to be 3 add to carts, and 3, I named this add to cart accidentally, 3 initiate checkouts. 3 days, 7 days, and 14 days. These will populate. Obviously, you want to do the add to carts and the initiate checkouts after you have add to carts and initiate checkouts. It's pretty useless to do it if you don't have it at all. So what we do here is we go back to our Power Editor or Ads Manager, wherever you are, wherever you create your campaigns. Why are you retargeting 3, 7, and 14? Why not just 14 days? Because it's only going to send them a message after 14 days. We want them to retarget. So Brandon's asking, why are you retargeting 3, 7, and 14? Why not just 14 days? We're telling Facebook here that this specific audience, within 3 days, we want them to receive this campaign that we're going to set up right now. And then after 7 days, we want them to see it again. After 14 days, we want them to see it again. Okay, so we're retargeting these people 3 times. If they're not going to buy after 3 times, then they're not going to buy, end of story. People, many times, as you may witnessed many times in your life, when you had to think about something a few times over and over, and then you were persuaded and you're like, okay, never mind, I'll just get it. So that's the exact same concept to this. So now that we identified the audience, we built the audience, Facebook is populating it, we will create the campaign that will run for this audience. So this, what we're going to need for this, I'm going to go to this ad set, And I'm just gonna get the ad that was created. I'm just gonna grab the ad ID. Actually, no, I'm not gonna grab the ad ID. I'm not gonna do it. No. Forget that, forget that. I'll do it later when we do the LLAs. We're gonna create a new campaign for traffic. Okay, and we're going to call it retargeting, or you can call it SaladMaker, just to identify the name, retargeting. Yeah, retargeting. And we are going to name this whatever. And why is my computer lagging? Hello? Okay, video. We're going to create a traffic campaign. And we are going to run ad sets right now that will be targeting these custom audiences. We're going to go to our ad set level. We are going to name this, well, we're going to name it in a second. $20 is a good budget. Again, you won't be getting charged until the 3 days pass, until these retargeting campaigns run. 20 is good. Again, if you can't afford it, then just, you know, put it 5, put it 3, put it whatever you can afford, right? Whatever you can afford. Custom audiences, we click here, we go to custom audiences, you could see it right here. And we are gonna put the 3 days retargeting that we built, right? Custom audiences. We're also going to put 7 days. We're also going to put the 14 days. We're going to put them all. We want to target worldwide. If you're targeting worldwide, you want to be targeting every single person that that saw your page. If you're targeting US, then just leave it US. Okay, I'm not sure what this campaign that they're targeting is. I think it might have been US, but whatever. Assuming the campaigns that the traffic that we were getting on this page from our campaigns is worldwide, we want to set worldwide. Now, let me see what else here. We don't need to touch anything here. We don't need to touch anything here. We don't need to touch anything here. Okay. So we don't need to touch anything at all because the audience is already Facebook already knows the specific people they're going to target, so there's nothing we need to touch here, nothing we need to do. We set it to worldwide because everybody that visited our page is a potential customer, so we want to target every single person and not exclude anybody. Is this retargeting everyone who came to your page? Exactly, right? We set up an audience that just for people that visited our page, then we set up an audience exactly the same way, 3, 7, to 14 days, just the people that added to cart. And then we set up an audience just for the people that initiated checkout. No, we don't touch anything else. We leave it as it is. That's it. We don't touch anything else. No placements, leave it automatic placements, automatic bid. We don't touch my computer. Why is it freezing? Hello? Oh, there we go. The only thing we're going to do here now, we created this first one, is we're going to take this. We're going to put it here. We're going to do it 2 times because there's 3 days, 3 time frames we want to target. So we're going to duplicate this. One will be for 3 days, next will be for 7 days, and the next will be for 14 days. Awesome. Here we go. So this one, we're going to leave this at, oh God, stupid lag. Okay. So ad set is 3 days. We changed the name to 3 days. Good. Well, let's go to the next one. This one is going to be 7 days. We're going to copy that. We're going to delete this. We're going to delete. Oh my God, it keeps jumping. 7 days. We're going to delete the 14 days. There we go. And then we're going to go and put the 14 days. Copy that. We're going to delete this, delete that, and we're going to change the name to 14 days. So all of these are 20 bucks each. Again, put them 5 each if you want. We will move on to the ad level. We are going to edit all the ads. You have to be running the original campaign at the moment that start the retargeting campaigns. The retargeting campaigns will take effect after 3 days of when your initial, when people start visiting your store, if that answers your question. So if you're running a campaign, people have to visit your store first, and then 3 days have to go by for the first retargeting campaign to fire, to get charged, right? So video, I wrote video here, it's supposed to be image. This campaign that we're retargeting is a video ad. So for the retargeting ad, we're not going to use a video, we're going to use an image, right? They already seen the video, they didn't convert. So we're going to use an image this time, something different for them to see, and we're going to offer them incentive. We're going to give them some kind of incentive so they can come back to us. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this link of the product, website URL. We're going to select the image. The image will be the thumbnail of the video, which is this one right here. Let me just move the comment box. There we go. Excellent. Cool. Okay, display link. We could leave that empty, it puts it automatically. And now we're going to write the first text here. You guys can copy this, what I'm writing. We know you will love this amazing salad maker. Yeah, let's put a capital. Salad maker. So we have a special 10% off just for you. All right, you can add emojis or something, whatever you like. Actually, you should use this as it is. Smile emojis. I'll just open that for other emojis. There we go. Headline. Use 10% off today at checkout. So these coupon codes that I'm putting here is the incentive for them to buy, to reconsider and buy. So make sure you're in your store that you actually go and make these coupon codes, right? Under discounts here, under discounts right here, make sure you visit discounts and you actually set up these codes so they're valid. So use it at checkout. Here we're going to leave this the same, plus free shipping worldwide. You can put here whatever you want if you have free shipping or something else, plus free shipping worldwide. Let me just check it really quick. Facebook Pixel. We know you will love this amazing salad maker, so we have a special 10% off just for you. Use 10 off today at checkout. At checkout, plus free shipping worldwide. Okay. So it's an image because the original ad is a video. If you have an original ad that's a video, an image, try a video, right? Or switch it up, or put a different image, Right. This is set. right now for 3 days. So this is the first phase. Third day that they visit, 3 days after they visit, they're going to get a 10% off incentive to buy again. Okay, so the second day, they are going to get a 15% off. So the code, again, you have to create a 15% off code. And we're going to change this text and make it something like, you know, they didn't buy already. Fine. I get it. Let's make a better deal. We have a special, we have a special 15% off just for you. Use this code at checkout. All right, we can change this to apply, just to change it up. Apply 15 at checkout. So this is day 7, 15% off day 7 incentive. That's going to go up, okay? And the 14th day, we are going to offer them the 20% off discount code. We're going all in. We're going to make this straight to the point. You can't say no. Whoops. Say no to this deal. And we're going to get straight to the point, like I said, 20% off. Oops, already have the off. And right. For today only. We're not giving them any smiley faces after 14 days. Can you hear me, Anisha? You should be able to hear me. Can everybody hear me? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. Calm down. Okay. All right, guys. So 20% off, again, we have to create this discount code in our stores so they can apply. So the only people seeing these discounts are the ones that visited the page but didn't go further. Yes. Okay, everybody will see this page. People that visited the page, sorry, yes, yes, yes. People that visited the page will see this only. So we're done with this. There's nothing else to do. We set up the 3-day, 7-day, 14-day, right? Let's look at the one last time. We know you will love this amazing salad maker, so we have a special 10% off just for you. Use this code. We created that code. I spelled worldwide wrong in everyone. 7 days later, they get fine. Yeah, I get it. Let's make a better deal. We have a special 15% off for you. Smiley face. Make the code 15% off. Awesome. Next is the last day, 14 days later, you can't say no to this deal. 20% off today only. Last chance, 20% off today, discount code, get it. Call to action, we forgot, shop now. To all of them. Do you exclude people who have purchased in the audience? It excludes it by itself. When we built the audience, we built it specifically for people that have visited the page. There's an option to build it for people that have purchased too, which kind of defeats the purpose of retargeting since they already purchased. So yeah, it's just for people that have visited the page. So this is ready. We're going to save and we're going to launch these campaigns. Do you know why I can't add a call to action button on Darkpost? Facebook tells me there was an error all the time. I have no idea. I think that has never happened to me before. I don't remember. I mean, I don't remember anything like that before happening, Brandon. Not sure. I would just refresh it maybe, or redo it maybe. Try it. Not sure. Or make sure you choose the right page. Maybe you're missing something. But does everybody understand what I did? Because I could tell from your questions, you may have not fully understood. So this is done, and I'll explain again what we did. We're gonna save this, and we're gonna save the draft, and we're gonna run it. Let's go back to audiences. Let me just open audiences in another window so we can look at things one more time so you all get the idea. The first step that we had to do was create the audience. Let Facebook identify who has visited our specific page. URL contains incadeals.com products 1 minute salad. Okay, we're only finding these people that have visited this page, nothing else. Okay, the second one, 7 days and 14 days. The next one are only the people that have added to cart. And we do 3 days, 7 days, and 14 days, and we create the campaign just like we did here for this one, exactly the same. Okay, exactly the same. Literally what we're gonna do for add to cart retargeting, we're gonna duplicate this campaign. Okay, we're just gonna name this content views because that's what it is. And we're gonna duplicate this and we're gonna call this add to carts. And we're gonna create the ad sets exactly the same way, 3, 7, 14 days. All add to carts, 3, 7, 14 days, and we're gonna set the same budget, but the target audience that we're gonna choose, I'll show you really quick right now. Add to cart. We're gonna go to the ad sets. Let me just refresh it so these ones go away. There we go. So we need to change the name. ATC, ATC, ATC. Okay, this is the add to carts campaign that we're gonna do. I'll have to check it, Brandon. I'll have to check it, buddy. I don't know off the top of my head. And D, we're gonna leave the budgets as we did. Worldwide, everything remains the exact same thing because it's for the same audience, right? It's for the same product that we're promoting. Worldwide, because we're promoting worldwide, or US, because it was only US, and the only thing we're gonna change is this. Because this was content view audience that we built, we are gonna select the add to cart audience that we built. 3, 7, 14 days add to cart audience, and we go back and after we're done with the 3 audiences, we're just gonna save the draft and review it and launch it because the videos are gonna be, the ads are gonna be exactly the same. Then we open another campaign for initiate checkout. We do the exact same process again for initiate checkout. Clear? Yes, sir. Awesome. That's retargeting. That's the 3 phases of retargeting. Build an audience for content view, add to carts, initiate checkouts. Create 3 campaigns targeting 3 days, 7 days, 14 days, and the ads that I just showed you. So, wait, what happened to the Scroll bar, okay. Awesome. Now let's go to the more interesting stuff. Now this is where big budgets are spent right now. Okay, we're gonna look at the lookalike audiences right now. This is a very, very aggressive way of scaling. It's done with small budgets, but there's so many ad sets that we need to set up. By the time we're done with this whole entire thing, there's going to be around 40 ad sets running at a time. What is WC? Website conversions. All right, this is video views, VV, website conversions, post engagement. So again, lookalike audiences are back in the audiences. We need to build it first. Step one, we need to identify the audience. Facebook needs to understand what audience are we going to use for lookalikes. So we're going to go to create audiences again. And we're going to create 3 types of lookalike audiences. The 3 audiences that we're going to build are add to carts, initiate checkout, and purchases, which I don't have here because this account doesn't have any purchases. If your account is your pixel has purchases, you'll see it right here. So we're going to create 3. Add to cart first in the past 180 days. Okay? And we put the URL. Okay. Add to cart activity from the event from the pixel in the last 180 days for this product, and we're going to name it Salad Maker ATC add to cart LLA. We're going to create that. Done. We're going to create another custom audience for initiate checkout, website traffic, initiate checkout, past 180, 180 days. Salad Maker, initiate. Sorry, initiate checkout. LLA. Yeah. Sorry guys, I was reading chat. Done, and we're going to create the audience again. The audience of, well, I don't have purchases. I'm just going to leave it at this. So you create one more for 180 days purchases. There's going to be a purchases here if you have purchases, right? It's impossible not to have purchases. You're scaling, so you have purchases, right? So you're going to have purchases here. Never mind. I'm not going to confuse you. Actually, I'll just put ad payment info just for the sake of the example. I'm just going to put that, and I'm going to name it Salad Maker purchases LLA. Okay, so we created the audience. Now, Facebook knows right now they're going to populate these 3 different audiences that we created. So it's going to find everybody from that site that has added to cart, initiated checkout, and purchased that product. Okay, and they're going to populate them in their respective category. The next thing we're going to do now is that we don't want to get into more details with these audiences. So we're going to go to create audience, lookalike audience. And here the source, we are going to choose our audiences, our LLA audiences that we made. Let's choose add to cart first because this is the first one. All right, Cisco, that's why I didn't answer your question, buddy. So if we're promoting worldwide, we want to create a lookalike audience. And what a lookalike audience is, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's creating, let's say we had 20 purchases from 20 different countries. All of these people have behaviors that are similar to other people. So what happens is when we create lookalikes, Facebook is going to try and find people that are very, very similar to those people that have purchased on our store. In this case, they're going to try to find people that have similar behaviors to the people that have added to the cart in our store. And which people do we want to be a lookalike? The Americans, of course. Right? So here we're telling Facebook, I want you from this audience that I created, the Salad Maker ATC, add to cart lookalike audience that we've built. I want you to find from those people that added to the cart for that product in the US, people that behave the same way as these people. So it could be from India, China, Australia, it doesn't matter. We want from the US people that look alike the people that we've populated in this audience. Is that clear? And now we're going to create 10 different kinds. So this is saying that the audience size ranges from 1% to 10% of the total population in the countries you chose. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to leave it at 1%, and we're going to create the audience. And we're going to do this 10 times. Fun. This is going to be fun, right? Lookalike audience, ATC is the first one. United States. We're going to do this 10 times. Oh, God. United States. Let me just copy that so I don't have to write it every single time. And then we're going to be 2. So this is saying that we want to find a lookalike audience in the total population of the US, a total audience of 2% of the total population in the US that look alike the people that added to cart in my store that may have been nothing to do with the US. Okay, is that kind of confusing? Are you guys okay with it? Are you guys keeping up? We're going to create 10 of these. Easy money. We're going to do this. Yeah. It's important that you understand what I'm doing because I don't want to be doing this for all 3 of the audience over and over because we have to do this all over again for the ad sets. We have to create 10 different ad sets and do this for 3 different campaigns as well. If you guys understand it, if you all understand it, what I'm doing, and you can replicate this for everything else, for your add to carts and for your initiate checkouts and for your purchases, then I won't need to explain it 3 times, again and again. I'm just going to keep quiet while I do this. Why only the US? Because that's where the money is. Right? We already have data right now, right? So we got data. Well, I mean, you can test other countries. Definitely you can test, but the most profitable country is the US. And when you have data, enough sales to show Facebook that Facebook can analyze. So the more data you have, the more sales you have, the more the pixels data has on the purchases that were made and the add to carts and the initiate checkouts, the closer and the more accurately it can match those behaviors to very similar people that live in a very profitable country that make up the most consumers online. Right? Go ahead. I mean, try it for other tier 1 countries too. There's no reason not to, but this is expensive, and USA will be the most profitable one by far. 100%. Yes, it will be in the training modules. Fun times right now. Fun times. It would have been more satisfying if I could actually launch these campaigns, but we're not scaling yet. I'm going to be actively running campaigns on this account, by the way, guys, so I can be showing you actual results. Failures, winners, doesn't matter. I'll show it all. So I'll probably make time to run like 3, 4, 5, I don't know, 10 campaigns a day. Oh, we're on the last one. Bingo. All right, so we've built, now, what do we have? We've built 3 audiences. We identified 3 audiences, specific audiences. People in the last 180 days that have added to the cart, initiated checkout, and people that have purchased. So we identified these audiences. It's populating. It could take a few minutes depending on the size of the traffic. It could take hours. Usually it would only take around 5 minutes. But we don't have any data for this because, well, we have add to carts actually. So this will populate. And what we did later on, we said we want the 1% population of the US. We want Facebook to find the 1% within the 1% population of the US to find people that look like the people that are in the add to cart audience. So we want people from the 1% to look like the audience that added to cart on our store, and the 2%, 3%, all the way to the 10%. Do you understand this? We're gonna do the exact same thing here with these 10% with initiate checkout and purchases. Is there any other questions? Do I really have to do this? Sit here for 20 minutes playing with these numbers, because we're gonna have to set up the campaign now for this. So we've analyzed, we've told specifically to Facebook what exactly we want from these add to cart audience, what exactly we're looking for. What we need to do now, when they populate it, what we need to do now is create the campaign that will launch to these specific audiences as well. So we go back to Power Editor or Ads Manager, wherever you prefer to launch your ads. Brandon, save that question for later, man. I keep losing my train of thought because I keep reading your questions. Just save it for later, and at the end, just ask all those questions and I'll answer them. I know I missed a couple too. So we're going to create a new campaign. We're going to create a new campaign. It's going to be called the Salad Maker. And it will be ATC Add to Cart LLA campaign. We'll also put WC, website conversion, because this is going to be a website conversion campaign that we're going to run. Purchases here doesn't really matter. Here we'll just write video. So this is the campaign for the add to cart percentages that we set up for the lookalike audiences. We're going to go to our ad set. I know you guys are going to get confused. I know many of you are confused and you're lost at this point. So there's not much. It's going to be uploaded. You can rewatch it. And if it's really confusing and people having a hard time understanding it, I'll break down the video later on and just create another video on it and just break it down into really small parts. You know, I'll do whatever it takes. So let me just. Yeah, Nisha, everybody's going to have to watch it again. If you're not actively scaling or not scaling often, you're going to have to watch this a few times for sure. So don't worry if you're not scaling yet. And you are going to have to watch it 100%, 100%. Yeah, I hope it makes sense. That's the most important part for me right now, to make sure that whatever you guys are seeing is making sense. So we're going to change this to purchases, but it's not going to exist, or it is going to exist in red. Right, it does. So we're going to change this to purchases. Awesome. $10 per ad set. It's the US that we're creating the lookalike for. We want to schedule it for 7 to 8 a.m. No, 7 a.m. EST in the United States. So for me, 7 a.m. tomorrow is 2 p.m. my time, right? So just not to confuse you, I'm going to put it 7 a.m. for EST. Let's just assume I live in EST. 7 a.m. EST. United States, you want to be targeting the United States. We are going to leave everything as it is, and we are going to go down here to 7-click to 1-day click window. Everything else, we leave it. Yeah. We go here to custom audiences, lookalike audiences, and now we add all of those that we made. Remember, this is the add to cart lookalikes. So we need to do this exact same thing for initiate checkout and purchases as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all ATC LLAs. Great. So this first one is going to be that one. We're going to just copy it and we're going to put it up here as the name so we can identify it. And we are going to duplicate this bad boy 9 times. Pretty cool. For a total of 10. We're going to duplicate it just to make our lives easier. We already set up everything that needs to be set up in the ad set. So all we need to do right now is just unclick one at a time. What's going on? Why aren't you clicking? Does this happen to other people's Facebooks too? It just freezes sometimes. It's been doing it to me lately, only the past few days. $10, we already set that up, scheduled for tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Yeah, La Joshua, okay, man. We already set this one up for, yeah, okay. So we're gonna take this and make it US 1%. All of them are gonna change. We're gonna delete everything now. Actually, this is a waste of time, but whatever. So 1%, we leave the 1%, we go to the next one. I did a mistake when I added them all, but anyway. We put 2, we remove the 1, copy that, we make the name here, 2, and that changes to 2. We go to the next one. We make this number 3. Fun times. This is how we roll on a Friday night, guys. Come on. This is what needs to be done on a Friday night. Like you would prefer to be out in a club or cafe drinking with friends. What the hell is that? It's like boring stuff. Your friends tell you to go out, tell them, dude, I'm building audiences in LLAs, man. You're telling me to go meet girls or guys at a bar? You crazy? You drunk already? What's wrong with you, bro? I'm building LLAs right now. You all know what I'm doing right now, right? I'm just selecting each one, separating them, their ad sets. One ad set for each one that we created. Seven. While I'm doing this, good thing to know is that you're going to treat these ad sets and everything just like you treat every other ad set, right? So again, these are not all going to win or anything like that. You're going to wait 24 hours, see if there's any add to carts. If there's no add to carts after complete 24 hours, total 24 hours, you pause it. Or if the add to carts are really cheap, you can leave it, run another day. If there's no conversions, no purchases within 48 hours, you pause it. Or you can wait one more day. I mean, if it gives you no signs of life, even after 3 days, believe it or not, whether you believe in it or not, it doesn't matter. Just pause it. It's just not worth spending the money anymore. Whew, okay, we're done with that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just going to choose them all just to confirm that each one is unique. So mixed values, okay. $10 each, 7 a.m., great. Here's all the ad sets selected. There's a bracket and 1, meaning that there's 1 in each one. That's perfect. US, perfect. This, we don't mind. 1 click, perfect. Could you use the existing post for this LLA? That's exactly what we're going to be doing. So when we go to our ads, we're going to select all our ads. This is what I was going to do earlier, and I said forget it. We open the ads manager, open up the ads manager in another tab, and what is this? Retargeting stuff. Where's the campaigns? Oh, I'm in audiences. Open the ads manager. And go to your website conversion campaign, not edit, go to the video section and take the video that you're advertising that's making the sales, click the top right here like we did last time, right? Facebook posts with comments, and take the Facebook post ID. Copy that. 1.7 likes, nice. It's doing well for just 24 hours, kinda. No, it's good, it's pretty good. So yeah, we can close the ads manager now. It's not gonna let me do it here because I do not have the fan page, but you would go to use existing post, enter post ID, you would put the post ID and submit it, and done. It's not going to let me because I have chosen the wrong page. I have to get access to the fan page. So when you use the post ID, it's going to use the ad that we just opened up. So it's going to use the initial original ad that's been being used in the website conversion campaign, and done. You make sure your Facebook pixel is correct, your page is correct. You don't need to fix anything because the ad is already done, and that's it. You click review draft items. It's all scheduled for tomorrow, 7 a.m. EST time. And you move on to the next initiate checkout, LLA, create a campaign, website conversion campaign for the LA, which you can do easily. You could just duplicate this one that you already made, right? If you duplicate this one, it's pretty easy to do because you don't need to change any other settings. You just change this to initiate checkout, ICH. You go to the ad sets, and yeah, you just, all the ad sets are selected. You just go down to these, you delete them all, and you start selecting the percentages that you made for the initiate checkout lookalike audience. Exact same thing, nothing different. So right now, what do we have? We have, let's say we have 2 ad sets that we duplicated. Okay, 2 ad sets that we duplicated, and they're 100 each, so that's $200. Let's say our initial test is running at $10, so that's $210 ad spend per day right now during scaling. We also created 3 retargeting phases for 3 days, 14 days, and 7 days. And it's for add to cart, initiate checkout, content view, add to cart, and initiate checkout. So that's another 9 ad sets that are created. So what do we have so far? We have 9 ad sets. We also have 30 ad sets for lookalike audiences, 10 each. So $10 each. So if we did retargeting $10 each, that's $90 plus 210 that we already have from the website conversion that we duplicated. That's 300 plus 30 campaigns that are running, let's say, a minimum of $10. Again, the lookalikes, $10. That's another 300. So that's $600 a day being spent. So if you actually use $20 for the retargeting and all these things, you see how fast these budgets grow. They grow extremely fast. 600 is like nothing when you're scaling with this kind of method, using all of these different tools. But there's nothing here that has a huge budget. So it's not one ad set that's winning and you threw in $5,000 on that one ad set to make you money. That's not how it works. That's exactly what you need to do to get shut down. Okay, this is a very super aggressive way of running ads, and you can see how easily with just $20 or $30 budget, you're going to be spending $1,500 a day. After this phase, so we have all of these set up. Let's say they're running. We treat them all just like I said initially. You wait for 2 days to see add to carts. You start cutting out add to carts and purchases. You start cutting out the ones that are not profitable, that are the ones that are not making money. And you're left with the ones that are making money. Okay? What do you do after that? So you optimize even further, like I said, by gender, by age, and optimize even further. But what happens when you're spending $1,500, $2,000 a day? There's a threshold. $5,000, that's the threshold that Facebook allows you to promote. But what if you have budgets for more than $5,000? You can contact Facebook, obviously, through their help here at the top right, and tell them to increase your budget. But you have to keep in mind that you need to do this from before. It's going to take them a few days to answer, Actually, now during the Christmas season, they actually replied to me within 2 days. So you need to preemptively increase your budget, your threshold. But again, it's so easy using this technique, especially if you have two products. This is for one product. What if you have two products and you're scaling? This is just for one. You're going to be spending $3,000, $2,000, $3,000 a day. So it's nothing. That budget is nothing. You're going to reach it really fast. It's a huge snowball effect. Like we start off testing within 3 days, $10, but within a week's time, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, if it's winning, your budgets are going to reach to $1,000 to $2,000 per day. And your threshold, you're going to reach the threshold. Like I said, they can increase it, but that's still not enough. So the next phase that we're going to go through in scaling after this, after we're optimizing and pausing the ones that are not converting and stuff, and we have the pure winners, what we're going to do is we are going to export this entire campaign, everything, all the winners, everything that's winning, and we use it for a new Facebook ad account. So we had $2,000 spending per day scaling, or 4,000 or 5,000. Now we just made it 10 because we can use 2 Facebook accounts to do that. So you see how easy it is to how harsh, how aggressive the snowball effect is when you're scaling. This is how aggressive it can get within 10 days. All of this can happen within 10 days. It's super, super, super aggressive. It's not aggressive in a way that it's illegal or unethical. Your budgets are relatively low. You pay $30 for all of these things that I did. You're gonna have an ad spend of around $1,500 a day. And it's just normal, straightforward scaling that works every single time. So that's another thing about thresholds that you should know. You could contact Facebook to increase it. You should create some accounts as well. Have them ready, because when it's scaling, doesn't matter if you're a newbie or not, the product is going to win, it's going to win. What else do I have here? All right, questions. Let me see. I haven't even seen if there's any questions. So do you guys have any questions? Let me know your questions. Did you get value from this? Like, did this? I know a lot of people have been asking me for a long time, retargeting and what do you do with this and that? Did this clear everything up for you guys? Did it? Like, can I get some feedback? What's going on? I'm just gonna go through the questions here. I know this is stuff that you might not even see really soon. You might be seeing it. I know, man. But it's good for you to know, to have an idea. If you're new and you just don't understand what's going on right now and you're completely lost, don't. When you get to that point where you need to scale, you come and tell me, and we'll get on it with Samuel, with myself, and we'll do it there and then. I'm just going to scroll up. Will this be in the training modules? I read that. I've done that for the millionaire. I read that. I would love a little more on scaling. The only step you're going to go after this is duplicating everything and keep testing. Keep testing, keep testing, keep testing. Like this is not even the foundation. This is like exactly what you need to do, and then you just find more ways to do exactly what I just showed you today. Some more LLAs of more specific stuff in more countries. It's just, got it, yes sir, okay, I read those. Following so far, that's good. So percentage is percent of total US population, yes. When will the training be live? Joshua, ask Ask Steffi. Guys, anybody that wants access or information about the new training, ask Steffi, please. I've done that for, I already read that. What the hell is going on? We should only target worldwide for testing. Once we have sales and are scaling, we should target US only because at the cost to add to cart. No, it's, Brandon, there's no right or wrong way to do it, man. I mean, you can target testing worldwide. You can test with the US. It's if it has engagement, if it works, if it's solid, it's gonna work crazy in the US only as well. It's gonna work crazy worldwide as well. It's just no right or wrong way to do it. I'm definitely gonna have to watch this again. Yes. Do we do an ad set for each percent 1 to 10 for each section add to cart initiate? I think yep. Yeah, I answered that question already. So you optimize for purchase on a ATC LLA. Why not ATC? Because we're not optimizing for ATC. We want people to buy. So we're looking for, we want people, even though it's ATC or initiate checkout, why would we want to optimize for people to the ATC again? We want to find lookalikes to increase our traffic so we can make more sales. ATC is close to sales, right? It's not that far, so we're not going to optimize so we can get more ATCs. We want sales. That's the objective. Sales. Yes, Facebook has been freezing. Maybe I got confused there. It's no problem. No club, drinking, boring, party on Facebook, LMAO. Never mind. I think I understand why. You still want purchased similar people. Oh, okay. You answered it yourself. Could you use the existing post for the LLAs? Yes, we already did that. My budget isn't there yet. Is there a more gradual approach? Yes, there is, Anisha. You just spend as much as you want. That's it. That's it. If you're scaling phase, Anisha, if you're scaling, you're making money. You're never going to have to create LLAs or even retargeting if you're not making money. If you're not directly making sales with the product, it means it's not good enough. The direct approach of people visiting, add to cart, initiating, and buying should be profitable for you before you even consider anything from here. We should only target world. Oh, I already read that. Oh, you posted it again, Brandon. Okay. Okay. Nice tips. How to export to another account. There's going to be another video on that because it's not just exporting. Ramiro's ready. Let's export. Let's put them into new accounts now. Let's do it. If you want help with that, I can help you. You can hit me up tomorrow. Very much loved it. Great webinar. This is what I needed. Is it? Okay, cool. Great value. Thanks, Eric. It's cleared up a lot. Got to run. When's the next one? Rick, you already left. So even if I replied, you wouldn't know. Probably next week. Manual bidding? Yeah, manual bidding too. Manual bidding too is in the video. Manual bidding too is in the video. Is in a video that we're gonna do. It's just too much to absorb, even with this information. But this, we had to get this out of the way. We had it deemed necessary for this for people to actually see what is happening and what the capabilities. What capabilities they have within Facebook, what they can do, what they can achieve. Also, where are the basic analytics that we should look out for? Testing phase, look at website purchases, cost of purchase, add to carts, and cost of add to carts. That's really it. You're just looking at if you're profitable. That's all you need to know. For the first 24 hours, you're going to look at your add to carts. Is it too expensive compared to what I'm selling and how much I'm paying for the ads? Cut it. If there's no purchases, is it okay? Did it improve from yesterday? It's stuff like that that I explained at the beginning of the webinar, that that you could look at. But if you just want like a general, straightforward, works every single time, 24 hours. You have add to carts, let it run for one more day. You don't, pause it. 48 hours. You let it run for 48 hours, meaning it has add to carts. 48 hours are done. Purchases? No? Pause it. Get rid of it. Do you really believe in the product? Do you really think it has a lot of value and people, yes, should like it? Then you look at the first day you launched, specifically. You look at the second day you launched only. And then you look at the third day of the campaign. Are my stats improving? Are my costs per add to carts getting lower? Are my costs, you know, is my traffic getting cheaper? Meaning Facebook is optimizing? If yes, let it run one more day and see. But if you spent $60, $70, I don't know what kind of budgets you're testing with, but if you spent $60, $70 or $100, and that's a lot for you to test the product and not have any purchases, hell no, get rid of it. Believe it or not, just get rid of it. This is great, but I need to watch the video over and over again. You will. I didn't understand the percentage of the LLA. What does it mean, 1 till 10? 1%. Hold on. I don't want you guys to get frustrated. I want you guys to get excited for this stuff, because there is going to come a time. There was a time when you started this training and you guys had no idea what the hell you were doing. And now you have stores ready. You're making sales. You're running your stores. You're adding products. All of these things you had no idea how to do. And now they're becoming second nature to you. This is going to become second nature to you too. Just wait for that day. You'll be happy when it does come. That's the greatest joy. So what this means is that within this audience that added to cart our specific product that we're promoting, let's say we were targeting India. Okay, let's say we're targeting India, and the people that we built an audience that is targeting only people that have added to cart a specific product that are in India. What we're doing here is that we're creating a lookalike audience, so a similar audience in the US that will look like this audience from India that added to cart. So they will have similar or the same behaviors as these people that added to cart. And we're saying that 1%, the audience size ranges from 1% to 10% of the total population in the countries you chose, with 1% being those who most closely match your source. Okay? So it's the 1% of people who match the add to carts from India in the United States. So it's Americans, the 1% of Americans of the total population that look like the Indians that added to the cart. I mean, is there any better way to explain this? Am I confusing people? Is there a better way to explain this? Because I can't really think of one. 2%, it's the 2% of the people of the total population of the US that closely represent the people that added to cart from India. Ah, there we go. The 3% that closely represent from the US the people that added to cart in India. The 4% and the 5%. Let me know if that makes sense. I hope it. That's a bit difficult to explain, but I mean, I could explain it all day if you want. Easy, but it takes time, yeah. Is there a list like CPMs and CPCs? What do you mean a list? Anisha, what do you mean? This is great, but I need to watch. Okay, I read that. LLAs, yes, thank you. Can you repeat rule of thumb? How to determine winning ad set? It's profitable. It's going to be profitable. If I had to tell you in a nutshell, it's just profitable. What I was saying, a rule of thumb is not how to find something that's profitable, but instead the rule of thumb is not to find something profitable. It means something profitable. The rule of thumb is that it's profitable. The rule of thumb that I'm saying, though, is how to identify the ones that are not. So we look 24 hours. This is a dummy-proof way. Within 24 hours, there needs to be add to carts. At the end of 24 hours, if there's no add to carts, get rid of it. But if you also believe in the product and you think it's really good value, let it run for one more day. Within 48 hours, you should have ad sets that only have add to carts. Or they didn't have add to carts, but you believed in it. Do they have purchases after 48 hours? Yes. Is it profitable? No. Breaking even? Let it run another day. This is just very, very simple stuff. Does it not have purchases? Get rid of it. Do you really believe in it? But it doesn't have purchases? Let it run one more day. 3 days max, guys. I'm not going to waste time or money on anything. No way. This one I'm scaling now, today. No, tomorrow it's going to start scaling. I scheduled it for tomorrow. The one out of 3 that I'm scaling now are 4, but they're not really scaling the other ones. They're just profitable. So the one that I'm scaling right now was not a winner. It's not a winner. It's not a fact about. It's not a thing about it. It was or close or anything. It's not a winner. 3 days. It made the one sale after 3 days, like later on in the day. But I knew this product was good. And how did I know? Because within 2 hours, I had over 1,000 or 2,000 likes within 1.5 hours. And the product, yeah. So it had great engagement, very extremely cheap traffic because of the engagement. And now I spent 60, 70 bucks, I think, today, and made around 500, 600, something like that. We'll see. Oh, we heard a cha-ching before. Let me see that. That's probably that one again. Yeah, it is. It's that one product somebody bought. Yeah, it's great value. Awesome. Is the scaling from from what you showed should be ran auto bidding? Yeah. Manual bidding is not. We're not even going to go over that. It's going to be in a video in the training. Easy, but it takes time. Yes. You should tell them it's 99% LLA and 98% LLA. Yeah. Why do we need it 1, 2, 3? Why not take 10 and that's it? Because we want to test every single one separately, right? We want to test every single one separately. We always test everything with detail. It even gets even more detailed, right? Remember at the beginning what I said with the winning ad set? You can optimize. This is like optimizing your testing phase for LLAs by separating them each one and seeing which one is actually going to be the profitable one. Could be the 1% is not the one that's making money, it's the 7. You wouldn't know that if you just put 10. You might put 10 and making sales but never be profitable because it's not broken down. But if you break it down, you could see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are not profitable. 5 is breaking even, 6 is profitable, 7 is breaking even, 8, 9 is doing nothing, and 10 is doing everything, right? So you can scale these ones and pause these ones. You're refining your targeting. We want to pinpoint the money exactly and hit it hard. Haven't you guys heard of Facebook before about people spending $8 and making 600? $10 and making 500? $10, $15 making $800? This is how it's done. Not from LLAs specifically, but I'm saying they pinpoint where the money is exactly. Can we go through a successful case study? Sure. You should see what Johnny's preparing. My God, the guy's a beast. If you guys see what he's preparing for 2018, what's going to happen? Your jaws are going to drop at on the floor. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding when I say this is the best program, and it's going to get so much better so drastically. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. It's going to be insane. And the placement should always be automatic in scaling and targeting. Well, for retargeting, yeah. And for lookalikes, yeah. Yeah. It's always automatic. You keep it automatic. Definitely, yeah. I don't know why I brain farted right there for a second. Is overlap an issue between LLAs? No. Nope. The recording going to be available when? The thing is that you have to contact, I was going to say contact Cecilia, but that's you. You have to contact Steffi. I see, thank you. Thank you. Thanks, great value. Okay, if there's no more questions, you guys want to call it? Is there anything else? Like I said, I'm going to be launching lots of campaigns on this account. So anything that scales, I'm not going to hide anything. Anything that's scaling, anything that's working, anything, you guys are going to see it right there and then. If I'm scaling, I'm not even going to hide the numbers. I'm going to show you. Oh, what the hell is this? Anyway, yeah, I'm going to show you exactly what is happening. Even the scaling phase, the money spent, everything. God. Okay, guys, it's been almost 2 hours. Nice, good stuff. Imagine if I created all of the LLAs and all of the retargeting. This is why I wanted to cut it short. I still would have been here adding 1% and 2% and 3% and 4%. All right. You guys are more than usual here as well. That's awesome. Lots of people. It's good to see, man. How many people care as well? And all this value that Johnny's offering now with all these products. These products are good, guys, that Johnny's giving. Really, really good products. Okay, guys, we'll wrap it up. Thank you very much. Yeah, show some love in the Skype group too. Show some love in the Skype group for the people that missed it, because you saw how delayed it is of the Facebook Bootcamp videos, like how they're not available. So the people that didn't watch it, too bad. You know, they're gonna have to wait until it's available. So thanks for being here. If you guys want to make some noise in the Skype group, and yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm going to be here for a little bit longer. It's 2 a.m. And have a good day, good night, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Love, peace, hugs. Bye-bye. Thanks. Bye.